Okay, hello, this is Dr. Janes, and today I'm going to talk about some very interesting and disturbing type of technologies that could be being used against us right now. And I kind of was woken up to this. I was watching one of my favorite channels, Hacking the Headlines. It's very good. And this woman who puts it together is, I agree with just about everything she says. So she was doing a bit on Poppy, which is a YouTube's teenage star who's making videos to influence our teenage children, and she was claiming that with this interview that she did, it was really creepy and disturbing, where she acts like her brain's been removed or something. She acts like a robot, possibly, or
Are you living, though? You kind of seem like a robot.
I don't feel like a robot.
What do you feel?
I feel so many things that human beings feel, like emotions.
The woman from Hacking the Headlines thought that maybe she was a victim of MK Ultra mind control. And I had another theory, so I wanted to put that forth. I'd been thinking that it would be possible to do this, and it seems like all the technology is moving in that direction. And what if she's something else? And assuming that she's not just putting on a publicity stunt or something like that, which seems kind of weird that someone would try to do something like that, but who knows? It's always possible. What if they are working on our leaders, our nefarious leaders, the New World Order, are working on a way to create a biological robot, to remove a portion of your brain and put a microchip inside of it, and use that microchip to absolutely control you. Is Poppy a mind control zombie cyborg slave to the media industry? Now, a simple way to do such a thing, and the technology I believe is already there, would be to you wouldn't have to have a million electrodes and control the brain absolutely. If you just had a small, low-powered microprocessor, which could be powered inside the body, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, you could just have electrodes hooked to the pleasure center of the brain, and you could give here's an article right here, resetting addictive behavior, and they're putting electrodes into people's brains. And so the idea is that you could have electrodes hooked to the pleasure center of the brain, and you could do programming of the person. If they do things that you like, you could give them pleasure. If they do things that displeases you, you could give them pain. And here's the rat with the electrode hooked up to his pleasure center, and he just keeps on pushing that button. He just wants to feel that. And so if we look at Poppy in the interview, she keeps on talking about how it makes her feel good, or how she feels good about this and that. And it's really disturbing and creepy.
They put you in clothes. They put you out there. They send you here to do the radio show. Do they make you create music?
They tell me to make songs.
Do they tell you?
But I like to make songs.
Do you know what that message is?
It makes me feel good inside.
Sharing a message from they to the people who are your fans.
It makes me feel happy.
And are they trying to turn us into Borgs? So here's the next challenge, though. And if you look at the technology and you look at what's being developed, you can kind of see what their future plans are. And here is a cell phone on a cell phone wireless charger. And you know, these chargers are fairly near field, so they're not too useful charging things far away, but they could be. They're working on technologies to charge things farther away. So this type of technology is already available and could be used to charge microprocessors that are inside your brain wirelessly, so they could stay in there forever and work. But what if we could harness other methods. Let's look at this. Here's an article. Your body is a big battery, and they're talking about using your movement to and heat and other things to charge batteries. They're talking about externally, but it could be internally. Your movements could be harnessed to charge batteries internally. Why self-powered devices? Very disturbing. If you put all the parts, all the pieces of information together, all the pieces of the puzzle together, and start to see where this whole thing is going, it is very, very disturbing. Harvesting power from body heat. Of course, that would have to be externally. Low-powered electronics. We already have the low-powered electronics that can run on this. They've been developing all this stuff. And I believe that they've had an agenda all along. Harvesting electricity through friction. Okay, that would have to be external. But here is definite ways that they can use your body as a battery. But what if they could actually put something inside of you and use your blood as a battery? How to make how does your body make electricity, and how does it use it? Oh, even better. Potassium ions and sodium ions produce electricity in your blood. Oh, look at this. Blood battery. Very, very disturbing. They want to put the electronics inside of you and keep it alive. It's going to be part of you. It'll be a parasite that controls your brain. Future is very disturbing. And like I said before, freedom is something that you have to fight for every day. Everybody has to fight for it. Because if you don't fight for freedom, you'll lose it. Here's a reference to the Matrix. And of course, the Matrix talks about turning people into batteries. Also very disturbing. So this is something they're very interested in. Hollywood, of course, is owned by the Illuminati, and they're always putting predictive programming into their movies because they want you to accept your fate. They want you to embrace your doom. And if you do that, it's all over. You have to fight against it. Okay. So, is it possible? Is it possible for them to put microcomputers or electrodes into your brain? They've been. I remember when I was at the University of Michigan, they were already experimenting with this, and it looks like they perfected it. Here is an article. Scientists successfully create artificial brain for rats, and they're putting brain through electrodes through its skull to control the rat. It is the most extreme form of mind control. It is absolute control over a rat, but anything that can be done on a rat can also be done, you guessed it, on humans. So very, very, very disturbing. And here's another article. Scientists turn living rat into remote control robots. So I think this pretty much shows where we're going. Remote controlled zombie cyborg people, the Stepford wives of the future. This is all predictive programming. It's all part of their agenda.
So when you woke up today, how'd your day start?
First, they told me to get dressed.
They.
And then they washed my hair.
Okay.
Who's they?
And then they told me how good Three Musketeers bars are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more concerned about the they who are washing you in the morning.
Who?
You just said they. You wake up and they feed you, they dress you, they wash you.
No, they just tell me where to go.
It's what they're working toward. Part of the New World Order. This is what Satan's New World Order is all about. And can they do it to humans? Here's some deep electrodes into a human brain. They want to get right inside your head and turn you into a slave to their evil system. Here's a Article talking about brain implants and putting microchips into human brains. You really think this is sci-fi of the future? You really think this is people being paranoid? They're doing research, they're writing articles on it. It's in your face. It's now. I believe the capability is there right now, that they are able to put microchips into people's brains and turn them into a remote-controlled zombie. And of course the media is very into this. And here's another article here. They can actually put lots of electrodes into your brain, and they can do something more complicated than just stimulate your pleasure centers. They can view everything that you're doing and probably control everything by sending signals into your brain as well. And right now, of course, a lot of us are being mind controlled through TV programming, and they need their actors, and they are actors or puppets, to put their subliminal messages into our minds to keep us asleep.
I believe that gender is going to eventually go away, right?
It has already.
Has it?
There's no such thing as gender.
I mean,
only computers.
But you said you have feelings like a human, but there's only computers, and do computers have human feelings?
They've been feeling for a long time. They're just like us. Pretty soon, you won't even need to use your fingers to type.
How are you going to type?
We're just going to think to each other.
Well, they carry out their nefarious and evil New World Order agenda, and all they need to do is have everybody just be passive and not fight against it, and they will conquer us all. They're attacking us right now, and if you don't fight back, you don't push back, they will win. If you don't understand what they're doing, if you're dumbed down in society, and you are not capable of believing or comprehending what the truth is, then they will destroy you. They're already very close. This looks like it's probably the end game, and it's a very scary future. Okay, anyway, this is Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching.
do you have a mother?
I do not have parents.
None.
How are you?
I have a creator.
Oh, that's what I was about to ask. Who created you?
So I'm saying, I think she's the pop star that is just created. She's like the test tube pop star. That is Poppy.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Did they bring you here?
Yeah.
Where are they right now?
Sometimes they're really funny.
Okay. Do you still think Donald
They
Trump...
just drop me off.
Will they come back and pick you up? Can I meet them?
They don't like to meet new people.
Okay. Maybe next time?